Welcome back to the Dirty Lens Podcast. This is episode 4, and today we have JR Kingon in the house.
How's it going? Thanks
nice to see you, man. No problem. So for anybody who doesn't know you, maybe just give a brief, description of what you do and.
So I mark myself as a portrait lifestyle photographer, working a little bit on getting into the commercial realm of things, but mainly portraits is what I'm doing right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
What kind of drew you to do portrait photography? I'm sure when you started out, you didn't really know what you were doing. And then, how'd you find a portrait to be kind of your thing?
Yeah, so I actually started doing concert photography was the main thing that I really wanted to do. So I actually went to school for photography, and we had a competition at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So at the end of the year, we did the competition. I ended up winning for portraiture, which was kind of surprising to me. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of one of those things where I was like, all right, you know what? I got to kind of give this a shot, because if I'm winning when I'm not even trying, then it might be something that I really get into. And yeah,
definitely. Yeah. Wow, to start at an age like that, that's got to be great.
Yeah.
I always wish I had started a lot earlier on.
Well, I haven't been doing it for long. This September will be 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How old are you?
24.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you were my age. Okay, well, that explains a lot more.
Yeah.
I wish I started when I was 23, 24.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. What's your weapon of choice? So I know you use Canon.
Yep.
But if you had one lens, what would it be?
So right now, mainly what I'm using is my 24-70 2.8.
Nice.
Just because it's so versatile, you can use it for anything.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'd probably say a 35 1.4. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You get great low light performance, great bokeh. You get that focal length is perfect, especially for the stuff I'm doing, because I really like having the whole environment in there.
Yeah.
It's nice being able to get a little bit of everything.
You get up close and personal too.
I prefer wide over punched in. So
yeah. Cool. 24-70 is what I rock too.
Yeah.
I honestly use it for the entire day.
Oh yeah, it's an incredible lens.
I got the 50 mil just for snipe shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's as zoomed up as I kind of want to be, but trying to save it for is it a 70-200?
Yep.
Yeah.
2.8.
That'd be really great.
Yeah. Those are really nice.
Because I'm always struggling to shoot the bride and the groom during the ceremony.
Yeah.
From angles on the sides.
Yep.
Because if it's a tight space and you got people sitting down, and some ceremonies will stand up too. So the 50 is it's not, you can't shoot from far enough, right? So I would love to just get it way back in the back of the room. Nobody even sees it.
Exactly.
It's
you kind of get to hide and shoot the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not in the way.
Yeah, totally. So you started doing a lot of portrait photography, and do you dabble in anything different, or just people, because they know you a lot for doing portraits, that's kind of
So I do a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. I've done some architecture type stuff, or I've done, especially throughout school, I did a little bit of everything. School was mainly studio work. Mm-hmm. So I was huge into commercial for a bit, but mainly what I push now is portraiture. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of trying to move over more into a outdoor lifestyle adventure kind of thing.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
Yeah, I'm hoping this summer I can get out and do some really cool stuff and get some nice shots out of it.
Are you doing you must be doing a lot of traveling. I saw you went out to BC and did a lot of shooting out there?
Yeah, that's the first time. I've been to BC several times, but not since doing photography.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was my first trip. Now I'm looking at going out east, going to Iceland, going basically everywhere that's popular.
Wow. Dude, Iceland. Everybody keeps talking about Iceland. It looks beautiful over there.
It's like a whole other planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they shoot Game of Thrones out there or something?
They shot some stuff. They also shot Star Wars, the episode 7.
Did they really?
Yeah. So that area, I don't know if you're a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah. So that area, that's all where Rey meets Luke.
Yeah.
That was all Iceland. And those little...
Oh my God, unreal.
I can't remember what they're called. The little fluffy monsters, the cute ones.
Yeah.
Those were put in there to block out... what are those birds called? I can't remember now.
Oh, I have no idea. Do they kind of dominate the island?
Yeah, they dominate the island, and they put those in there to kind of make it look a little more space-like.
That was a crazy movie. I think the guys from Game of Thrones are now making the Star Wars movies. Is that true?
They're going to be working on a new trilogy.
I think so.
I think
they'll do great. I mean, if they do as good as they did with Game of Thrones.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay, so you're not a fan. I thought if you're a Star Wars fan, I'd imagine you're a Game of Thrones fan.
It interests me a little bit, but it's the whole hype.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to wait till it's over. And now like, I don't want to watch it even more because people are like so mad about the ending. And I'm like, I don't know like if I even want to put myself through that.
Dude, it's such an insult that everyone's like bashing on it. It was good.
Oh, was it? Okay.
It was good, honestly.
Yeah? All right.
People are just, if you look at any show at the end of the very last season, everybody's always disappointed. Like the Dexter one was way out there.
Yeah, I heard that a lot of people were really unhappy with that.
So like I thought it was an epic season.
Yeah.
The last episode was just so hard to endure. I think people are like, they wanted to see it going a certain way because it was so much talk, right?
Yeah, and it's hard to please everyone because, I mean, everyone likes different characters for different reasons. They can't please everybody, so that's
like try and like imagine you worked so hard to put together such like a crazy show like that, and everybody who's involved in it, and then the fans are just bashing, what a terrible season, yada yada yada.
I couldn't imagine. Yeah.
That's bullshit. But anyways, I think I already know, but how did you find out about this podcast? Did you watch?
I watched Rob's.
You watched Rob's, that's right.
Rob posted it on his story and I watched it and I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like crazy, wicked like production and everything. I was like,
oh, thank you.
Gotta try and get on there. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. He got a gig from it.
Yeah.
Which was really cool, and the other two got really good exposure. So
that's awesome.
And it's fun to like meet people in person, you know, rather than like talking on social media. It just feels like everyone's out to get something. You know what I mean?
You never really get the full
like
how a person actually is until you meet them, kind of thing.
Absolutely, totally. Yeah. I think that's like so genuine now and like special because we don't do it enough anymore, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
because like it's so easy to tell. Which I think social media is great for that reason, but it's like, you know, I don't really feel like we're getting true connections anymore.
No, it's all DMs and private messages, and kind of leaving it at that.
And like, ever since I had the podcast with Ashlyn, Naki, and Rob, like I've been tight with those guys.
Yeah.
So like, you know, it's cool to you actually meet somebody and you get like a connection, genuine connection, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of, where do you think social media is heading in regards to like branding yourself?
Ooh,
because it's so like, it's so oversaturated and so blown out. It's like, how do you stick out and like stay unique?
Yeah.
To try and like, that's a tough question.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm working on right now is trying to stick out and be unique.
Yeah.
It's difficult because everything's already been done really in one way or another. It's cool how companies are able to utilize social media to find different people that like it's giving so many people jobs that might not normally be able to get that job, which is awesome. But at the same time, it makes it a little more difficult because now everybody thinks they're a photographer. Yeah. They post selfies with inspirational quotes, and you're like, oh,
like we were just talking about, literally.
Yeah. So it's difficult. It has a long way to go, I think, still, but yeah, it's getting there. I like Instagram's removing likes they were talking about.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings on that. I think it's good and bad at the same time. So,
I agree. Yeah. I think for now it's just anybody who has a personal account can't see the likes.
Yep.
But so like I have my personal account for friends and family that I keep private, and I can't see anybody's likes with that one.
Mine's the same way.
But with the business one, you can still see.
So my normal one's not even a business account though. It's
really?
It's still a normal. It just hasn't been pushed the update. So.
Oh, that's kind of cool then.
Yeah. So,
but you get smashing likes too. So on your main account, so you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
What's something you wish you had more time for? Because I know it's like a really fast-paced time that we're in. And what are you doing? She destroys my blinds, man. How do you find time for for things that you kind of wish you had more time for?
Yeah.
I may have worded that weird, but...
So, photography is not my main job.
Okay.
I wish it was, working on it. So, on top of working and then doing shooting and stuff, I have not a lot of time.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of a bummer. I wish I had more time to travel. That's honestly, like, the number one thing for me is I want to get out and see more. Like, even if it's driving 4 hours up to Algonquin and shooting, out there in the summer, like, I want to do a lot more of that this summer. So, that's kind of my main motivation. Yeah.
Man, if you keep pushing it, doing what you're doing, like I'm sure you're gonna get there. Everybody does eventually. It's just it's the grind and just sticking to it. Like nobody has that anymore. I feel like if you just stick to it and try really hard, and like you have to experience those 3 years of like, what the fuck am I doing?
Exactly.
This isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And then I think if anybody is consistent and or maybe persistent, is that the word?
Yeah,
persistent. Like everything will come eventually. So travel is that's a huge one.
Yeah,
I backpacked across Europe, and I think that was like one of the most amazing experiences.
That would be. I'm thinking of doing Iceland, but I'm thinking of like I know my wife really wants to go.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking of being like, hey, you know what? This time I'm going on my own. And I'm just going to go out there and couch surf and hitchhike and just wing it.
Hell yeah, man.
And I figure even if it's the most excruciating experience of my life, it'll still be like, I don't know, the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So it's all worth it in the end. So,
Absolutely. Going solo is an unreal experience. You're married too, so I guess that's a little difficult to be like, okay, wife, bye.
Yeah. I mean, on top of the travel, another thing is I wish I had more time to spend with my wife.
Yeah, there you go.
Because like I basically go to work, I come home, and if I've shot, I have to go into my office and edit and hang out and wait, and then she goes to bed for work, and I come in and it's like, okay, I get to see it for like 10 minutes.
Got to find time for yourself, though.
Oh, yeah. It's hard.
Once you're kind of full-time photography, I think you're going to find a lot more time. Plus, you'll be at home a lot more often, so at least you'll be with a wife a lot more.
Yeah.
It's cool that you guys are young, too. You don't have to worry about kids just yet. And, so.
We got a little bit of time.
You got a little bit of time, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Don't tell her that, though.
We'll cut that one out, too.
It's all good.
All right, cool. So Rob asked if you had to. Okay, yeah, we already answered that one because he asked the exact same question. Best advice to starting photographers, because everybody's doing it now. so like, what advice can you maybe give to somebody who just picked up like a cheap camera and they're just like trying to do the thing?
Big thing is don't be afraid to fail. Try a little bit of everything. Shoot portraits, shoot commercial, shoot, like just do everything. And you'll find the ones that you like and the ones you don't like. And if you fail miserably at something, like it's bound to happen. I mean, I did it. So that's how it works out. You just kind of keep trying, keep pushing, keep posting, keep shooting. That's the big thing. Yeah,
absolutely.
Shoot for yourself.
Yeah, shoot for yourself. Yeah, it's hard with social media because you got so many influencers and so many people doing it, right? And you feel like it's even me, man. I get kind of knocked a bit, like seeing what these younger guys are doing. They're they're doing amazing work, and they just started out.
I've been working on kind of like I have my inspirations that I really really like their work.
Yeah,
and I've a lot of the time been kind of looking at their work and going, why am I not doing this? Like, why can't I do this?
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of trying to use it more as an inspiration to be like, I'm going to try to do something like this. Like, I'm going to push myself to travel more and shoot more and try new locations and try new things. So rather than letting your inspirations, get you down because they have more likes and more followers, use it to kind of build you up and push you to try new things. So if
you can look at it from that kind of perspective, it can be beneficial.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you got to try your hardest to do it that way. But so you said you have some inspiration. Who's inspiring you these days? Like,
so when it comes to portraiture, Sam Elkins, I'm sure you've heard of him.
Yeah.
He's a huge one. And Andrew Kearns and Forrest Mankins are really, really pushing it right now.
I don't think I've heard of him. Yeah.
So Andrew, he used to do vlogs on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And I used to watch him all the time, and that's what got me into shooting like outdoor stuff. Because I'm not like before photography, I wasn't the most outdoorsy person. Like, I didn't really care that much.
Yeah. And
now that I'm shooting, I'm like, I want to go to these new places and see these new things. So yeah, he really kind of pushed that for me.
Yeah. Yeah, nature is like it's the ultimate go-to.
Oh, yeah.
Because once you've done it all, in your head, like it takes time to like come up with new concepts and ideas. But nature is always beautiful and always changing. You can always get outside and like do something really cool.
You can shoot the same location 2 weeks apart, and it's going to be a completely different experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Different, just everything. So
yeah. How do you find people to shoot? I feel like that's I have trouble doing that. Like I'm a little shy to ask someone, like, hey, do you want to come and let me stick a camera in your face?
So I was more so very socially awkward, and I have really bad social anxiety. So it's very difficult it came down to just kind of having to wing it and be like, you know what, it's Instagram DMs. If they don't want to shoot with me, they'll just ghost me, whatever. Like,
yeah.
So it's mainly just asking people through Instagram. A lot of the people are like my wife and some of our friends and stuff have shot with me. So
cool.
Yeah.
You must find that like interacting with other people and like, because you have to initiate it, obviously. Has it helped with your social anxiety?
Immensely.
Like, it must have.
Big time. Yeah. I mean, 2 years ago, I would never have even approached you about this ever in a million years. I would have been like, oh, that's cool. Like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, this is a tough thing for people to do, honestly. Even somebody like I can only refer to the last 3 people I had. Even for them, it was really difficult, you know, because once the cameras start rolling, you can just feel it burn into the side of your face. Right?
We could be sitting here talking about this without the cameras and lights and microphone, and it would be totally fine. But once you get all that in there, it's like, oh, okay.
Then you start overthinking it a little bit.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I struggle with it too. I'm trying to do these like face to camera like videos, like just me. Yeah. And that's like hard.
Yeah. That's what I've been kind of doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I used to like care way too much what people thought of me, thought of my work and all that. So now I'm just kind of putting it out there and going, you know what? If they like it, they'll watch it. If they don't, they won't. I'm over it.
Yeah.
So I've been doing dabbling into YouTube a little bit, and it's been like sitting at my desk with the camera, kind of just talking about.
It's another outlet.
Whatever. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
YouTube's tough. I'm trying to tap into that, but like I'm trying to find time for everything.
Yeah.
But that's
hard.
like that question I had asked you. That's kind of like what I'm trying to find time for is YouTube, because it's a great outlet and everybody can see you on there. Like I'm uploading stuff to Vimeo, but nobody does Vimeo except like it's more just for a professional setting. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I like put myself on a schedule. I was going to post every week on YouTube. And I finally was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that because I'd rather not post for a month, but post something that really matters to me and that I actually care about rather than force something. So
I think we got to pull back, man. I think everybody's got to pull back a little bit.
Definitely.
I was doing daily posting for maybe like 4 months. Yep. And, you know, it wasn't a long time. I know people have been doing it for years. I have no fucking idea how they're doing that. And it's good quality sometimes too. But like I did it for 4 months and it was like stressful and it made me anxious. Like if I didn't post in the morning just before 7, I was like, I'm done. You know what I mean?
My career's
if I'm not doing this, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
And then now I just, I don't even care, man. Like I just post one. It's just Instagram too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I post once every it ranges. Like I'll go on a little spurt where I'll do daily. Yeah. Because like if I'm really into the photos and want to share them, that's more of what it is. And then I'll go like 4 or 5 days without posting. So it all depends.
Yeah, it really does depend.
I mean, I'm still running off of content from BC. I haven't shot since I got back at the end of April.
Those trips can take so much out of you, though. You know what I mean? Like you get the creative juices flowing when you're out there, but then you come back and just like Ontario. Boring.
No mountains, nothing. Like what's going on? Actually, Joey Spears is a huge guy that's kind of been inspiring me in this area.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of him, Joey?
No, I'm gonna write that down. He's from here.
He's from Northern Ontario a little bit. He's up near like I think Muskoka area or something. Yeah. But that dude's outlook on Ontario is incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
What's he doing that's different?
He just he sees the beauty in Ontario where like most people are like, oh yeah, there's no mountains, there's no like any of that kind of stuff. He takes that and he's like, yeah, but look what we do have. Like we have all these great lakes, we have like all this water and all this other stuff that BC doesn't have. Like you can surf out there, you can surf here too. So he's kind of pushing the fact that Ontario really is beautiful.
I guess
the mountains.
I guess you got to make the travel, right?
Yeah.
Ontario's huge.
Oh yeah. It takes like 2 days of driving to get out of here almost.
Yeah, it's so true. Like between here, like from Hamilton to Niagara Falls, I feel like I've done everything. But I was in California for 2 weeks.
Nice.
And I shot like crazy out there, like video and everything. And I think I've been posting that for like a month. Like straight, like nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, I shot 3,000 photos while I was out there for like 10 days.
Yeah.
So I went through them all, edited them, and now it's like, okay, I can post these over time.
Yeah, totally. So I guess like why Canon? Let's talk cameras. Because obviously we don't want to move over to Sony, even though they're doing kind of good.
Sony's killing it right now. I hate to say it. Honestly, I don't really know. When I started school, they gave us a Nikon camera.
Yeah.
I shot with the Nikon camera, and I was like, yeah, this is all right.
A lot of photographers are doing Nikon.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like that D850 is incredible.
I know nothing about Nikon, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's all good. It's just like the specs on it are stupid.
They're really good at it.
Oh, yeah. But it's just, I prefer, everyone's gonna, like, it's something everyone says, the color science.
Yeah.
Canon has really nice skin tones. I shoot portraits. I really like that.
Yeah.
On top of that, a lot of the photographers that inspire me and I follow shoot Canon. And I find Canon has a little bit more of like a community aspect to it. Like out in Toronto, they have the, what is it called? The creator class or the free lab or whatever it is.
I'm not sure. I see so many courses. I have no idea what's what.
It's a studio that you can literally rent, go in, and they have the Canon gear that you can borrow. They
you can just go in and use everything?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Seminars, like they're all about like community, which is really, really cool.
Oh, amazing.
Whereas Nikon seems, I mean, I hate to say it, but like Nikon's most recent thing was a bunch of like 65-year-old men. And it's like, there's no like
65-year-olds and hipsters.
Yeah, there's no progression. There's no women in there. There's nothing. It's like, what's going on? So, yeah.
Yeah, Ken and Stopa. Yeah, we're just waiting for your updates. Like this C200 that I have.
Yep.
So right now I'm shooting in, I think it's called XC. It's their like glorified MP4.
Okay.
So it has a lot more metadata and it's got more detail in it. Yep. It's a larger file. But it only allows 8-bit recording. Unless you jump over to raw light.
Okay.
Which is unreal, but I can't always shoot in raw light. Like it's so big, right? Yeah. And you get 10 or 12-bit with that, and you get like really, really good quality there. But like even the Sony A7 IIIs, is that what they're called? Yep. Those shoot 10-bit.
Yeah.
And MP4
with an external recorder.
With an external recorder?
Yeah, I think you have to use the Ninja, like an Atomos.
Oh.
But the R does as well.
Really?
Yeah, if you hook a Ninja up to that.
Oh, I thought it was 10-bit native.
I don't think so, though.
Oh, okay. You're probably right. I mean, you work at Henry, so.
That doesn't say much, though.
That's okay. You get to dabble with gear here and there, I'm sure.
Another company that's really been killing it is Fuji.
Fuji, yeah.
They just announced their GFX 100, which is a 100 megapixel medium format camera.
100 megapixel?
Yeah, for under 10,000. Maybe 10,000 Canadian.
100 megapixel.
Yeah.
What do you do with those files?
Yeah. So the photo that they showcased when they announced it was like a person rock climbing.
Yeah.
And you just see the person rock climbing like close up. And they're like, yeah, this was shot with the camera cropped in and pulled back. And it was like the full mountain with the person.
Oh my Lord.
And they cropped it in and it was like immaculate.
Yeah. So you could probably do 80% zoom on that and you couldn't even see a difference.
Problem. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Overkill, but.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Holy fuck. What's I think Canon, the 1DX Mark II does
22.
Is it 22?
Yeah, it's that thing's very out of date, but it's incredible.
Oh my God, yeah, I know. I was thinking of going for the 1DX Mark II just because it's the only camera that does 4K no crop with dual card recording.
That's my issue with the R.
Yeah,
it does the crop on 4K.
But if you get the Ninja for the EOS R, can you do dual slot recording with that thing?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because doesn't it have a memory card slot to do your like 2 slots or something?
I don't know that you'd be able to though. Oh wait, does the Ninja have? The Ninja might have 2 slots.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe
I could be wrong. But
you still have the crop though.
Yeah, you still got the crop. Yeah. Honestly, if the Ninja could do it, because the Ninja's like what, $800 for the
about 1,000,
about $1,000.
So not bad.
You pay like, you're getting up there then.
Yeah.
Then you could buy a 5D Mark IV and be crushing photos too.
Yeah.
At that point, that has dual slot recording.
That's the thing with the 4 though, is that when they released it, it had a 1.7 times crop. They cut it down to 1.2.
Yeah.
So hopefully they do that with the R soon.
I know.
Maybe.
And you need a hella fast card to record more than 15 seconds in 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it even is real 4K. Is it UHD or does it do actual 4K?
The R?
The Mark IV.
I think it does 4K.
It does a true 4K?
But it shoots it at like a motion JPEG format, which is like a super old, shitty
way of doing it. Oh wow, that's bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a video guy, so.
No, that's okay. That's another thing with this video camera. It only does UHD.
Yeah.
Doesn't even do true 4K unless I'm doing raw light.
Oh, okay.
What bullshit is that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, card run out?
Good timing. Just stopped. There we go. Okay. That's
Oh, does it have like a, a timer?
Yeah. There we go. That's got to be overheating purposes or something like that. So I heard something crazy like it's illegal to go over 30 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah. God, I'm going to totally botch this. I think if you buy Canon cameras from like their source, like Japan, I think they go over 30
weird.
minutes. Don't quote me on this. I read a weird article about that. It has something to do with like it's a safety reason with a battery.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
So they don't allow that in North America. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Which is really weird because like 30 minutes ends, you can literally be sitting there. 30 minutes over, click and start again. Like, what's that going to do?
Yeah, I don't get that. Huh? It's I'm gonna look that up after. Yeah. If I'm right, I'll leave that part in.
Yeah.
What keeps you pushing to be a better photographer, and like what motivates you? Like, I guess we kind of tapped onto that already, but like at the end of the day, for instance, when you get back from a trip and you're kind of exhausted, what keeps you pushing to be like, I got to do it. I got to do more. I got to keep going.
Big things that are really pushing me is meeting new people, seeing new places, and just like the competition kind of, and the community. Basically, it's a little bit of everything. Like competition, it's nice because like I constantly want to better myself. Yeah. The community is really good because you get to meet a ton of new people. Even if you're just shooting with them, or just going out for a coffee or something, it's awesome. So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, very good point. We talked about who inspires you. I saw you were shooting with film.
Yeah. I started.
What were you using?
So I have a few. Okay, I'm really, really bad with gear. I've been wearing my sunglasses on my. Oh my god!
No, don't worry about it. If you were wearing them, I'd be a little bit like, okay, what's going on there?
I'm actually a little bit of a gearhead. I have gear acquisition syndrome. I'm sure you know.
No,
you've never heard that?
I have gas.
Oh, yeah.
Really bad gas.
Yeah, no. So
I've never heard of that.
No, okay.
What does it stand for again?
Gear acquisition syndrome.
Okay.
So basically, something new comes out, you want it. You gotta have it. You always gotta get new gear. Like this lens isn't good enough. I need a new one. So I shot with a Minolta X700, which was just a normal SLR.
Okay.
And then I picked up a Canon AE1. And then I picked up a Canon 10S, which is really nice because I can't manual focus for shit. And it uses all my EF lenses and gives me autofocus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I can throw my 24-70 or my 35-1.4 on there and just shoot film. So,
oh my God, unreal.
Yeah. And then my wife just picked me up like a little Fuji point and shoot that takes film. So
amazing.
Yeah, it's like $5.
It's so crazy. It's like when we go so far with technology, it's like we pull back a little bit.
Going right back, yeah.
I just worked with, his name's Will. Oh, what's his last name? Let me just get this because he's super killer. We just shot a wedding in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Will Reed.
Okay. Will
Reed Photography. He uses a Contax camera.
Oh, the
have you heard of that? I have no idea.
Okay. Those things.
It's a big body though.
Oh, okay.
It's
so
huge.
Not the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was shooting like you can hear just like go like. Like that old school film noise, like winding it.
That's so funny.
And he was using a light reader.
Yeah, light meter. Yeah.
And then he would make his adjustments with the manual knobs, and I thought that was the coolest shit ever.
Honestly, that's another thing I can recommend anyone starting out in photography is shoot film. Honestly, like
grind out before getting the DSLR.
Yeah, you can get a camera for like $50 on eBay, buy a roll of film, and go out and fuck the whole roll up.
Yeah.
Like just shoot and shoot and shoot because it really forces you to slow down and like think about everything. Yeah. So that's actually probably my next video is about like shooting film and why I think it's important. So a little plug there.
Check him out. What's your YouTube channel? Is it actually?
I don't even have one yet.
Oh, you don't have one yet?
Well, I have one, but I don't have like a URL. Because I have to hit 100 subscribers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. What bullshit, eh?
I don't know.
I hate that.
So it's
I can't even tell people to go on YouTube and just be like, go to youtube.com/Dirty Lens Podcast.
Just like JR Kingon, it'll pop up.
Go to youtube.com/2587Z
Yeah, exactly.
all this crap. Like a code. Unreal. Film. My parents got this old Nikon Don't know what it is, but it is film.
Okay.
There's the winding reel though is broken on it.
Oh, okay.
And I looked it up, and there are like trillions of pieces.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not fucking opening that.
No.
Like I could probably get away with fixing an iPhone, but like I cannot touch a camera like that. So I gotta find somebody who's gonna do that, because that just sounds like fun.
Yeah. Those Contacts point and shoots are really nice though.
Are they?
The T2. It got really popular because like I think it was Kylie Jenner.
Write that down.
Kylie Jenner was shooting with one.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, and it like skyrocketed from like $200. It's now going for like $1,200 on eBay.
Oh, forget that.
Yeah, but it's a really nice camera. It's
Yeah.
got like a Zeiss lens and all that stuff. So.
Yeah. Do you ever see yourself getting into like weddings or anything like that, or any
Weddings
type of
stress
different?
me out.
Yeah, they are stressful.
Yeah. I've adapted a business model for weddings. I will do them if you ask me,
Yes.
but I won't push them out. I'm not going to be like, hey, like I shoot weddings, like hire me for weddings. If it's somebody that knows my work and really likes my work and wants to hire me for my work, I'll do a wedding for them. And I'll usually give them a price a little higher than what I should, just because I'm like, they stress me out. I don't really like doing them.
Got to make it worth your while.
Like, make it worth my while.
Yeah.
It's probably a shitty thing to do, but
well, man, I guarantee if you put yourself out there to do weddings, you will get booked up pretty quickly.
Oh, well, thank you.
I mean, weddings, as everybody knows, it's like it's recession free.
Yeah, it's a very competitive area.
Very competitive too, yeah. But there's business for everybody, honestly. Yeah. I didn't think I was ever going to be able to tap into it. Last year I did maybe 8 weddings, and I'm like, how the fuck am I going to do this? And then this year's 16 weddings, and next year's crazy.
Oh my God.
And so I'm like low-key overwhelmed, but like I love doing it. I really do. It's like
I've won this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you put yourself out there.
Exactly.
And I've been doing a lot of social media wise, I guess, like promotional stuff, and just honestly, I think word of mouth has helped the most.
Definitely, yeah.
So obviously, I'm not trying to brag, but I'm obviously putting out a good product, so people are recommending me.
Yeah.
So it's like the snowball effect.
Yeah.
So you just got to start that first year, kind of roughing it a little bit, and then it just picks up like crazy.
Because honestly, at one wedding, there's probably 4 or 5 other people getting married in the next 4 years. So right there, like, if they see the photos that you shot of that person's wedding, they love it, they're going to probably contact you. So it's word of mouth is strong.
Yeah, it's crazy. Honestly, actually, I don't even know why I even brought up social media. It hasn't really helped that much. I'll be honest.
No.
I do get really odd gigs.
Yep.
But nothing big. Everything else has just been word of mouth. It's like, I saw your video from here, and I know the person, and they recommended you, and yada yada yada.
That's mostly what it's been for me. Is I shot for somebody, and then they were like, "I like your photos. Will you take photos of me and my like husband?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Yeah. Do you like how busy you're getting, or do you kind of feel like you could pull back a little bit? Do you kind of like the pace you're at right now?
I could do a lot more, probably.
You could do a lot more,
yeah. I don't do a whole lot of paid work. I do mainly shooting for myself, and now I'm pushing to do more paid work, and I'm hoping to kind of connect with some brands and stuff. Yeah. Because that's really what I want to do is like a commercial side of lifestyle. Yeah. Like Rob works with Outdoorsy.
That's right.
Like, that is a dream gig for me. Take RVs out and shoot photos. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot more work than that. Sorry, like, no offense, Rob. It's a lot more work than that. I know that. But
yeah, that's a great gig. He gets to travel here and there, and he was actually just out in California and traveled a lot with those really cool RVs. RVs. What would you call those, campers or something?
Yeah, campers. Yeah.
Crazy coincidence. I went out there when I was shooting for my buddy Adonis, and we rented out a camper, and then we found out afterwards that place was connected with Outdoorsy. Like, really? These guys are all over the place. Yeah. It's crazy. I guess they're big in California, so it's kind of a given. Sorry, where are you from?
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. Yep. Okay, and you've been there your entire life?
Yep.
When you got into it, do you still have friends from school that you were like shooting with, that you guys still link up and do stuff together with? And
not a whole lot of people. Yeah. There's a few. Like my best friend Ashley from school is an incredible photographer.
Really?
She does some really cool work. It's really like cinematic and painterly. I don't know if that's a word. Very fine art, like portrait style. Beautiful work.
Awesome.
I'm seeing her actually tonight after this.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Nice. And you guys just get together and talk cameras and
just hang out and shoot
the shit.
And
That's wicked. Nice.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in like the next 5 years? Like, what are your goals? Like, what would you like to achieve? And you know what? It doesn't even have to be business related, photography related. It could be anything.
I'd like to quit my job and be working full time as a photographer, or at least be able to make a fair enough living as a photographer.
Yeah.
Even go down to part time, like do something like that. That would be really nice. But yeah, just manage my time better is what I would really like to do. Kind of, yeah.
It's hard to do that.
yeah, it's very difficult.
What's your best method to managing time? Like, do you have kind of a method, or maybe is that what you're struggling with right now?
That's what I'm struggling with. Yeah. I'm like, well, I could edit these photos, but I have to work in an hour. So really, I'll just play a couple video games for an hour.
Yeah.
And then I hate myself afterwards because I'm like, I can't believe I just spent an hour playing video games when I could have probably finished half of that set. So.
Oh my God, dude. I get into wormholes too, like that, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
I have to. I hate saying this, but like, I had to remove my PS4.
Oh yeah.
From my TV. Like, I'm punishing myself like I'm a kid.
Yeah.
I don't play video games. Like, I wait for something epic to come out, like an RPG. Like, I like horror games. Yep. So I just finished. I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
Hold on. I have to show you this. Such a good game. The Evil Within 2.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's made by the same people that did Resident Evil, I think.
I think so, yeah.
That's like my favorite game franchise.
Dude, amazing. Yeah. Did you play the remake?
Oh yeah.
Oh, was it good?
So good. Yeah.
I have yet to play it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into it though, but this game blew my mind.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
You haven't played them yet?
No, I haven't played those.
Oh my God.
Are they PlayStation exclusive?
You have Xbox, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
I think they have it for Xbox as well.
Okay, I'll have to look.
It's Bethesda. So they make, or Bethesda, sorry.
Oh,
Bethesda.
they do Fallout and Skyrim.
Fallout, yeah.
Yeah. Never played Skyrim.
If they're for Xbox, then obviously this one is too.
Should
Yeah.
be fine, yeah.
Highly recommend it. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Totally terrifying.
I'll have to
really
check
good.
it out.
So anyways, like if a game like this comes out, I'll buy it, I'll binge it for like 3 days, beat it, and then like that's the end of it. You know, I get back to my life.
I wish I could do that.
But then my buddy came up to me one day and he's like, "Hey, have you ever heard of Apex?"
Ooh, yeah. That's a dangerous thing to fall into.
Yeah. I've never been into those kind of games. Yeah. Like, what's the other one that's similar? Fortnite, yeah. I never got into it. I played it once. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. You die once and you're done.
Yeah.
You know? And then he's like, oh, just try it. So I tried it and I'm like, I love this. Yeah. And I think I just played it like every day for like a few weeks. And I'm just like, when I saw how much progress I lost, I was so upset with myself. I'm like, I have to remove this from my life.
Oh yeah.
And so I
should
just
try doing that.
Yeah.
I don't have the willpower.
If you know what, I think the best thing to do is just ripping it out.
Yeah.
Honestly, or putting it in another room. Like I have my PS4 hiding in my closet right now. Okay. Yeah. And like I put the wires in different areas of the house.
Nice.
I like.
You really have to work to get a hold of it that way.
Yeah. Exactly.
Smart.
And honestly, dude, I'm never bored. So usually when I feel like I'm kind of bored, I'll go to the PS4, but like now I'll just go on my computer and I'll edit something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always try and keep busy, and it always has to do with my business. Stay productive. Yeah,
really.
You got a clean like portfolio.
Thanks.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, try and keep things a little concise. I'm really struggling with finding a style that I like.
Yeah.
I re-edited those BC photos 6 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I posted them all and I was like, I hate these photos. Deleted them all, and then re-edited them. Yeah, it was, So working on finding a style, that's a big thing for me right now.
Nice, yeah. I think that's hard too.
Oh, yeah. And if you force it, it doesn't work.
If you force it, it doesn't work,
You can sit there and edit for 8 hours and then finally be like, oh, I love this one photo.
Yeah.
Call it a night, and the next day you're going to hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to come naturally.
It's. I find photos to be very difficult to edit, to color grade and everything like that. Because like, I mean, for video, it's different. Something about motion, just, it gives you so much more like clarity on what you're going for.
Sure.
But something about a still image, there's so much you can do, and then every single individual image is always different. There's a slight variation to it.
I feel with a video, with the movement and stuff, that keeps the brain occupied.
Yeah.
So people are focusing on the story, on the actual like video, like the movement and the transitions and all that.
And
kind of stuff.
lighting is supposed to change in video, right? So, but in photos, it's like, you know, you can edit almost anything.
Yep.
Like, I just started getting into Lightroom. I'm so shit at editing photos right now.
That's what I use is Lightroom.
But like I wish I could do that with video. Like some of the things you could do, like so for instance, say I shoot somebody outdoors. The sky is, it's all within the right, levels and everything, and you can see it, but their face is really dark.
Yeah.
You just hit that exposure brush. Yeah. Just brighten their face up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Done.
Kind of hard to do that with video.
Impossible to do with video.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things coming out though for Final Cut Pro, and I think Adobe Premiere is a little ahead of the game right now for video. What are you using to edit your videos? Premiere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my videos are literally just like cutting different clips together and calling it a day. I don't do too much extra.
I think Adobe's great for like YouTubing.
Yeah.
Like if you're not too concerned with like cinematic kind of, well, you can achieve that too, but I mean more like, flashy like transitions and stuff like that. I feel like Adobe has a really good workshop for that.
Yeah.
You can like face track and all this stuff in the program, but with Final Cut you can't. I had to buy a software to do face tracking and stuff like that, and have like a mask like automatically, like you pin it somewhere and it automatically follows it instead of doing it frame by frame recording
that
it.
Would be god.
So it's like really pain in the ass. But then I discovered Pixel Film Studios, and that kind of saved me. So why don't you let everybody know where they can find you, social medias. It seems like it's all pretty much the same, but
so they can find me Instagram, Twitter, all that is JR Kingon. Just that. My Facebook is JR Kingon Photography. And then my website's just jrkingdon.com. Dude, I'll be hopefully selling prints on soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, get on that. Man, that is a banging name.
Thanks.
JR Kingdon? Awesome. Yeah. I thought for a long time it was Kingdom.
A lot of people.
Which is so dope.
I also get Junior a lot. People think it's Junior.
What does JR stand for?
John Richard. So my first and middle name.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Man, that's also a dope name. You got set up there. Yeah, branding will be easy for you. Like my name's Dimitri Helkias, and like it was really kind of nerve wracking to switch my main account from Dimi Studios to Dimitri Helkias, because like nobody can spell that name. Fair. I'm Greek, so it's like crazy. But like, would you say it's John Richards? You said
John Richards.
John Richards, like that is like catchy, and like everybody knows how to spell John Richards. But that's awesome, dude. All right, well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Really
That's
appreciate
awesome.
it. Cool.